Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Anna. It's been a couple of weeks, but yeah, busy, but here I am again. I'm making up for it with a big juicy spread here. Okay, so I'm using the original Right Away tarot, and the oracle card that I'm using is the regular playing card. Okay, so the playing card is already telling me what the theme is overall for this reading. Okay, and this Four of Hearts, okay, this Four of Hearts, the theme for this is justice, it's balance, it's honesty. Okay, it is being fair, acting in a fair manner. Okay, honorable. So people are like, oh, hearts, and we're thinking of the cups. No, forget about the cups. We're thinking, you can think about relationships when you're seeing the hearts, okay, marriages and relationships, but really, or any type of partnership. But what we're looking at, the main theme here is justice and balance and being fair and honorable, okay? Acting in a manner that is fair. And if it's someone's not behaving or acting in a manner that is fair or honorable, if they're unjust, then there's going to be problems. Okay, and you see this Tower card here, problems. All right, but the thing is, as I was shuffling, this Tower card popped out twice. Okay, so it's like something that really that's telling me something. It's telling me there's going to be an issue, or there wanted to be an issue, or things have been a bit edgy. Okay, but no fears, no worries, no fears. We're going to get to that. This is an underlying theme, and this is associated with Mars. There's a conflict. It can be argument. It can be on the verge of breakups or communication breakdowns. The traditional meaning of this card, the Tower, or feeling like you're not good enough, like you're going to get laid off or you're going to get fired, things like that. Okay, so it is a major a card of disruption, but the cards up here are actually quite bright and they move forward in a positive action, so no fears. Okay, also with this Four of Hearts, with the justice and the balance and being fair and honorable, the fact that these cards are present, though they are upside down, can point to someone who is being unfair. They're being a bit cruel. They're being unjust. They're not being cooperative, or they like to throw wrenches into the plan. So we're dealing with someone, a persona, individual or individuals, okay, that wish to throw wrenches into your plans, into your overall plan for progression in whatever it is that you're planning or whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, but with the Four of Hearts, we're seeking people who are fair and honorable in the way that they behave, in the way they act, in the way that they interact. Okay, no one's perfect, but we are looking for that. Okay, and this card is saying, let yourself be guided by that. Okay, don't be led astray. Do seek what is honest and fair, what is honorable. The honorable gesture, the honorable thing to do is the right thing to do, regardless of the individuals who are, for the long term, with this major arcana of the Tower, for the most part, have been behaving completely opposite of what the Four of Hearts is representing. Okay, so we're going to keep that in mind. There's this Five of Coins here. This is a card of feeling destitute, but together these cards with the Seven of Swords is just showing me like someone who likes to make people feel like they're destitute, someone who likes to make you feel like you're not a part of the team, you're not important, that your contribution is minimal, that kind of feeling. Okay, people who for the long term have been getting away with their, this is sneakiness. Okay, so they've been getting away with their crap for a long time and throwing those wrenches into the plans and making life difficult for yourself, for others, etc. Okay, but this has to go away. It's gonna go away. Okay, it will go away. The cards are upside down. That behavior will cease in one way or another. It may be a painful transition, but that behavior is going to cease, especially if someone receives a written reprimand for their type of behavior, for that behavior over an extended period of time. Okay, now another thing with this is, this Four of Hearts does also represent the partnerships that are forming, or those that are already formed, like a marriage or a long-term type of deal, right? So with these cards, it could be a little discord. It could be someone who, you know, basically what I said before, they like to throw the wrench, you know, they like to throw a wrench in the plan, or let's make plans, and then they back out, that kind of a thing. You know what? You don't need to worry. Sometimes you have to tell your loved ones, like if you have to pull the car, and this is an example, if you need to pull the car over and you're like 3 blocks down the street from your house, pull the car over and tell the person, you know what, why don't you just walk home? I want to continue with my day. Sometimes it takes that, and that's what the cards are showing, especially with the Tower in reverse. The Mars energy is that fighting energy, you know, not that you're literally fighting physically, please, no, but like, you know, you're just taking a stand for yourself. So, you know, the buck stops here. That's what these cards are saying, especially with this Four of Hearts. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the actual reading. Okay, so this is all the underlying. You can see there was a lot going on there. A lot. Okay, emphasis on a ton, a lot. But we're moving away from that. We have the card of hope. Very simple. The card of hope. There's a card of optimism. This is the sun, hope. You've got star and the sun, night and day. Okay, this can also literally tell me, you know, sometimes personalities are like night and day. They're completely clash, right? But we make it work. We make it work. Because it's that whole thing with the yin and yang, right? We're making it work. So night and day, day and night, it's like personalities, okay? These personalities that clash can be, or not that they clash, but they're so different in perspective. You know, that can be a point as to why there may be some conflict when it comes to communications and such, because the Tower card is a card of communications that break down because we're not, you know, it's like I'm expressing something and then you relay it back to me and you're expressing the same thing, but I'm hearing it differently or viewing it differently. You get it, right? Okay. Nevertheless, though, they're 2 positive cards, so, and they're very strong. So, you know, it is positive, okay, but we need to be, I have to stress with these 2 cards here, with this Tower in reverse, let's not be egoistic, okay? So let's not be egoistic. I'm not better than you, you're not better than me, etc. So we need to come to a point where we are respectful, right? Remember this 4 hearts, right? The honorable, acting fair and honorable, right? That's what we need to do. Justice, but balanced, okay? Now, 7 of Wands in reverse. Okay, this card can come to mean, you know, the conflicts that the battles that you've been handling, or the fires you've been putting out, right? So, but in reverse, it's, you know, it's like, okay, you've been putting out a lot of fires, things should be settling down, or the people, you know, each of these wands can represent people, or the people begin to back away. They begin to recede into their own world, which is a positive thing. And as that happens, okay, as that energy begins to flow, that is, and unravel, we reach this 10 of Cups, okay? So in the long term, there is long-term positive, sunny, bright, happy energy. Happy. This is a family card too, okay? So here we have couple and family and home, and everything is bright and happy, and we've got the rainbow in the sky. So, you know, there is that light at the end of the tunnel, okay? So that's what's going on there, okay? We're moving away from this here with the tower and the person who keeps throwing the wrench into the plans, and so on and so forth, and us feeling destitute and that kind of thing, right, or down, and we're moving into something much more positive. All right, now here we are, more wands. So we go 7 of wands, then we go to 8 of wands. 8 of wands, this is movement. Things are moving. It can also, with this card, it can be the people flying away, fleeing away, people going on, doing their own thing. And that's why I said that. Because these people move away from you. These people move on to greener pastures or whatever. Life is happier for you. Good. this is what we need, right? We need that. So do seek that. I know that we're around the corner from holiday season and Christmas and all that, and then it's like you have a ton of people flying in or flying out, whatever. Maybe this points to a quiet season, right? Relaxation, quiet, people get away from you, goodbye, go away, bye, do whatever it is that you need to do, and we're happier about it. We're going to feel happy about that. That's the 10 of Cups. So don't feel guilty. Do not feel guilty. Maybe your in-laws aren't flying in and you're super psyched. Good for you. Okay? Maybe you need that time off, whatever, right? That's life. Okay, now, so then we move on to the 4 of Pentacles followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so now this is an energy of reservation. Okay, so we must be reserved, okay, with our power, with our resources, everything that we handle, that we touch, that we control. Keep controlling it. Keep controlling it. Do not give your power away. I'm going to repeat this. Do not give your power away. And that's what this is. And most importantly, okay, if your future is in someone else's hands, you need to take back some power and hold back a bit, okay? Don't give away all your power to that person who ultimately, you know, may have a say in what happens to you in the future in terms, let's say in a job like a promotion or something, right? And that's an example. Do not give your power away, okay? So reservations, holding back. Don't disclose everything about you, okay? So reservations, very important. Reserve, 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 reserve. Okay, don't give your power away or let your situation literally lie in someone else's hands. Don't do it. Okay, then we move on into Temperance, another major arcana associated with Sagittarius, fire. Okay, but this card really is all about being grounded. Okay, one foot is in the water, one is on land, being grounded, okay? Knowing your place in time, being grounded against this with the 4 of Hearts, this confirms the message of justice and balance, especially the balance. Okay, so we need to ensure that we are acting in that fair and honorable manner, being balanced with our decisions, with our feelings, with our time, who we're spending that time with, how we're spending that time, etc. Okay, as you practice this reservation and you're holding back and you're staying grounded, okay, good rewards and recognition. That's what this is. The 6 of Wands, more wands. And it's interesting, we go from that 7 of Wands to that 8 of Wands to the 6 of Wands. Lots of fire. We got the Sagittarian energy right there. So there's a lot going on here with the fire. And then we've got Mars, of course. That's fire too, right? We just have to be careful with that one. Okay, so yes, there is a reward and recognition at the end of the line here. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, but there are rewards and recognition headed your way, or you're going to be involved in some sort of arrangement of awards and recognition. For instance, you need to get certificates printed off for people who are receiving awards at work. That's just an example. This is a general reading. I'm sure you understand. You know, I'm trying to make this as general as possible, okay? So, but there is the rewards and recognition. The World, okay? I want to just say this is a card of protection, okay? So as you continue to behave you're reserved, okay? You're holding back a bit. You're not giving your power away. You will remain safe, okay? You're going to be safe and protected. That's what this is all about. This is the typical, the image of the womb, the child in the womb, right? We remain protected, okay? Also, this is telling me that it confirms that the actions that we take here in these cards, you know, the 4 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, Temperance, and the 6 of Wands are here, especially these 3 right here. It's the right thing to do. It will lead you to where you need to go, and it's the safest route to take at this time. Okay, so that's the safest route for you to take, being reserved. Don't let someone literally hold your future in their hands totally, because that's a detriment. All right, now the final card in this huge spread is the Queen of Swords. And as you enact and behave the way as we described here, right? You will be secure in your throne. You will be in a position to give the directives. I like how she holds her hand out. You see the queen there with her hand out? She gives a directive. It is clear. It is concise. It is accurate. Okay, it is precise, etc. But you are able to maintain your place. You're able to maintain your authority level, most importantly, your authority level. You may experience a raise in authority level as well, okay? So, or perceived authority that is increased. You know, people around you will perceive you with more authority, okay? So either you will get a raise, or, you know, that's possible with that Ace of Pentacles here, right? So you might see a little bit of a raise or an increase in salary, or increase authority, delegation, right? So that's important too. But you are going to do well, and you will be in a position to give, hand out those directives as needed. So that is what we're looking at here, okay? And I also like this Queen of Swords. It does remind me of the Justice card, you know, the woman holding the sword, blah, 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 right? So, again, there's this element of being just, okay, of acting in an honorable manner. All right, so that's what we're looking for. We want to behave in a fair and honorable fashion. Be honest, be clear, be concise, but be yourself, right? And don't let anyone, like, you need to hold that power, okay? We're going to go back to this Four of Pentacles, okay? The Four of Stability, right? Four is always stability. So we are going to hold on to this power. It is so important that we control whatever it is that we place hands on, right? So important, so important. Okay? Don't give away your power, nor your authority, or your knowledge even, okay? You can give some of it, but not all of it, right? Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. I hope that all of you that are watching, that this reading has helped you or will help you in some fashion whenever you do view it, whether it is today, tomorrow, or 2 weeks from now. But remember, let's behave and act in a fair and honorable fashion. It's so important, because the Four of Hearts is asking us to behave that way. We must behave that way in order to realize the positive outcomes, okay? If we do not, we're not going to realize the positive outcomes. And to those individuals who have not been behaving in this fashion, you know, they've got a lot to deal with. But, you know, don't get involved with that too much. Let these people, you know, they're going to reap what they sowed, right? So don't behave like this, okay? Don't do it. I'm going to leave this reading there. It's long enough already. I hope you have a wonderful upcoming week and days ahead, and I am more than happy to bring you another reading when I can. Have a wonderful and blessed day and week or 2 weeks ahead. I will see you soon here, and this ends our tarot and oracle card journey for today. For now. Thank you for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.